we encounter challenges or setbacks, it's our vision that keep us going. Because first, you actually need to have a vision, right, before anything. And, whatever you decide that is the most important thing, then your brain is going to start going after it. So what do I mean about it? Like, even if you lose track because things are happening, you're still going to keep following that goal. If it takes a little longer, that could happen, but you're not going to lose track. You're not going to give up because you have a vision. So you're going to have to be consistent according to the situation. Whatever is going on is going on. We cannot control that. If we do not have meaning to things we do, it's very easy to give up. And the actions, this is why we need actions, but hello everyone, this is Inspired Tuesday. This is my weekly vlog that I started to motivate and add value to my team at Icon Center. And it was so valuable and positive to my team that I decided to share it with you and hope to motivate and add value to you too. So since the pandemic of coronavirus, I decided to change the format of the vlog and concentrate on topics related to the pandemic and things we're going through, because that's what I was asked to do. So today the topic is stay consistent. It's really hard to stay consistent, regularly, right? And now with all the things that are happening and daily, it's even harder to focus on consistency and not lose track or drop the ball in the middle of consistency at this point. So today I have in here 3 tips to help our team and you with staying consistent. So I'll talk about 2 tips, bring 1 quote, and then 1 more tip. Enjoy. Tip number 1 is have a clear vision. So whenever we encounter challenges or setbacks, it's our vision that keep us going. Because first, you actually need to have a vision, right, before anything. And, whatever you decide that is the most important thing, then your brain is going to start going after it. So what do I mean about it? Even if you lose track because things are happening, you're still going to keep following that goal. If it takes a little longer, that could happen, but you're not going to lose track. You're not going to give up because you have a vision. So you're going to have to be consistent according to the situation. Whatever is going on is going on. We cannot control that, but your vision is there and you're going to keep going. And then here comes the situation. You're going to have to kind of detour until you get there. But it's very important to have a vision, because if you're just going in life just for going, okay, I'm just gonna go to work and I don't even know what am I trying to achieve. Just go back, come home, pay the bill. There's gotta be a vision. Otherwise you are not gonna stay consistent to go after it. But once you have one, I promise you that your brain is gonna start to find a ways to detour and adjust so you can get there. So have a clear vision. That's tip number 1. And I really believe it's really key to stay consistent. Okay. Tip number 2 is your actions need to have meaning. So I honestly believe that if we do not have meaning to things we do, it's very easy to give up. And the actions, this is why we need actions, but our actions is what's gonna tell the story of our commitment. We can say whatever we want, with this, with that, but it's our actions that is gonna say that if we're really committed. And actions brings more actions. When we start something, then it gets us momentum and we keep going. And there is this one thing that, why do I believe a lot in meaning? Because a lot of people say I'm pursuing happiness. Happiness happens in moments, and not every day is that happy, right? And it's okay, but what we need is meaning, because meaning is the consequence of a long-term happiness, of joy, right? Of real happiness. If you have meaning, because even if this day in particular was not very happy, but my life, for example, the way I see it, I have a meaning in service. It's a meaning and a purpose bigger than myself. When you feel like that, then you have a long-term happiness, a joy. It's an overall thing. But instead of I just want happiness, I just want to have that one car, I just want to travel that one place, those are short-term. So, and it's hard to stay consistent when your life is broken in short terms, when you're just looking for that moment of happiness and not an overall thing. So, meaningful life, to serve a purpose bigger than yourself that really gives meaning. So try to find what gives you meaning, what's going to make you fulfilled. It's more than the little things that gets us happy. Like, we all want that moment of happiness, right? We got this one jewelry, this one travel. I'm not saying that this is not cool, but if this is what you after all the time, that's not going to give you meaning. And it's going to be very temporary, and it's not going to give you a long-term fulfillment. Then it's way harder to stay consistent and way easier to give up. So that's tip number 2. A quote from Dwayne Johnson: "Success isn't always about greatness. It's about consistency. Consistent hard work gains success. Greatness will come." Tip number 3 is act regardless of how you feel. Okay, in good moments or good days, it's very easy to act consistent, very easy to show up, to show up inspired. But tough days, especially the ones that we're living right now, very tough, then you're going to have to, act like you are inspired, even if you're not in that specific day, until you feel like it. You're going to have to force and choose on how you're going to present, even though there's a lot going on. Because, for any of us that relate to people and work with people, very different than when working with computer, right? We see it. We feel the struggle. We feel it's in the air. There's a lot of struggle right now. But I am going to have to stay consistent all day. It doesn't matter if the first patient of the day was very hard and is going through a lot, and it may have, got me feeling with the person. I'm going to have to show up to the next one with that same smile I showed up with the first, and the same energy and the same consistent. And literally, you have to act regardless of how you feel. It's very tough. We hear a lot of things going on. Very tough for us to even move on. Like when you have a patient that her son committed suicide, just the first patient, and it's throughout this pandemic, and she had feeling and she was so sad. Then, you have to have empathy for that one. But the next patient, you're going to have to, put yourself back up, how you feel, and go back in the second one and give that same energy and the same love all day long. And this is for everything. It's with your family. There's a lot going on at home. I have to show up to my family when I come back, also with energy, because there's a struggle in here too, right? There's online school that nobody's used to. There's all this little things. So act as you feel inspired until you end up feeling inspired. So, it's a tough thing, but you gotta have to act regardless of how you feel. You have to keep going. So you stay consistent. Very tough in these days, but it can be done. And we're strong enough to do it. And that's what is gonna take us to the other side stronger. So this is the last tip today, and I really hope this was helpful for you. Keep sending the DMs and connecting with me. I'm very grateful, and I love the comment and the positivity. Very, very grateful for your audience. It really gives me meaning and purpose, right? So I also stay consistent. Until next time, my friends, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay optimistic. I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.